You just don't know what's going to come up every day. So you don't know what to plan for. So if you don't have enough capital to outlive your mistakes, then it gets dicey.
Hi, from Ray from Franchoice. It's time for Friday morning feedback. How you doing today, Terry?
I'm doing good. My name's Terry. I'm the founder of Coker Franchise Consulting, and glad to be here with my friend Ray to talk about franchising at the end of the week. So what's in the mailbox this week, Ray? Did somebody ask a question for us that we can address for our audience?
Absolutely, Terry. We have a few good ones.
Oh,
Let's
good.
take this one. Gentleman from the Southeast wants to know, Terry, he wants to know, he is looking at a van-based business, but he wants to know, why don't I just do it myself?
Oh, that's, very good question, right? Go down to the local government offices, get your business permits, right? Fill the van with air in the tires and, get a couple, whatever it is that you need, the equipment that you need, and knock on doors and start trying to get customers, right? Incredibly viable business strategy. And here's one of the reasons that I say I wouldn't do this myself, because I've done it in my past. And sometimes we made it and sometimes we didn't, right? You've got to have enough money to outlive your mistakes. And since you're just starting, you don't know what all your mistakes are. And that's the liability of a startup. You just don't know what's going to come up every day. So you don't know what to plan for. So if you don't have enough capital to outlive your mistakes, then it gets dicey. Okay. And I did have a gentleman reach out to me this week, Ray, and he has started two successful businesses. So one of the businesses is in home care, and another one of the businesses is in logistics. And he's growing these companies, both of them, to have over 100 employees in each company, and very, very successful in both the revenue categories of both businesses and the profit categories of both businesses. And he reached out to me on a referral because he wanted to look at franchising. And I said, in the normal course of a Q&A conversation, why not do this yourself? You've done it yourself before, right? You have an idea of what's coming. And he said, well, that's a great question. He said, I thought you might ask that. And he said, the answer is, it's really hard. He said, I assume, if I go with a franchise, a lot of things are set up for me. The brand is created, the legal is done, the accounting systems are there. Finding customers, has been laid out and defined and works. And he said, is that true? And I said, yeah, exactly. I think of it like this: you can jump over the startup chasm of a business, and you can go from signing the documents to getting customers in a very, very quick time. And then the whole franchise network, the owners that are out there under this franchise company, have outlived their mistakes. Those are the mistakes you're bound to make. Not to mention that the parent company, the franchise company, had to outlive their mistakes to be able to sign up the first franchisee. So I see do it yourself versus a franchise as how you feel about making mistakes and whether or not you can learn from someone else's mistakes. And he said to me, he said, wow, that's a great way to look at it. It's why I'm looking at it. So what do you think? Why should somebody do a franchise and not DIY?
I think these are the right questions to be asking. And at this part of the investigation, that's what you should be doing. You should be asking these kind of questions. And I think the answer depends, like many things. But I think what I would encourage this gentleman to do is to not only look at the existing franchise options and see what they have, but also at the same time consider the do-it-yourself option. One of the things that I think that they should pay particular attention to as they go through the process is to look at it and say, as I learn about the business, is it worth it to pay for their systems and their experiences, for the, as you said, for their risk management and, the mistakes that they've already made? At the end of your investigation and your due diligence, you'll be able to make an informed decision about whether it's worth it to you. Because if you've gone through a full process and you don't think they're worth the amount of money you'd have to invest versus doing it yourself, well, that's the answer.
Yeah.
Well, good. That was a great question.
It was a really great question. And you know what? We will be back next Friday with another question from the mailbox. So this is Terry Coker, C-O-K-E-R, signing off. Ray, give everybody your last name, because if you want a Q&A conversation with us, just go to LinkedIn, put our name in the search box, Terry-Coker, and
Ray Fanning. And we do look forward to your questions. Put them right in the...
How do you spell Fanning?
Oh, F is in Frank, A-N-N-I-N-G. Thank you, Terry.
Yeah, leave us a comment in either of our comment boxes, and we will get back to you. And we will see you again next Friday.